Welcome to my greenhouse. It's been 3 weeks since our last tour through the greenhouse, so I thought I'd just show you some changes and updates. So let's get started. Despite the drama in the greenhouse over the past week and a half relating to the white mold on the squash, they're actually responding very well. And we've got this fruit is actually getting quite big. It's as big as my hand, and it's probably, I would say, a couple of pounds at the moment. And that was our first one. This is Thelma Sanders. And we do have a few of these ones. We've got some Georgia Candy Roasters that seem to be doing really well. This one is probably about 10 centimeters long. Wasn't our first one. This one is our first one, and it's probably a good 15 centimeters long. And that variety seems to have done really well in the greenhouse. It's been quite prolific. It's given us lots of fruit. And so we're really looking forward to trying this variety. We do have a few acorn squash way in the back there. I'm not sure if they're going to be ready in time for our season's end. Although it's a sunny day at the moment, it has been quite wet and rainy and cool, and so quite fall-like for us. So I'm not optimistic that we have too many more weeks left for fruit to ripen. Which brings me to my golden midget watermelon, which really did fill out a lot more since we had a few days of heat. And although we do have some female flowers, and I have been pollinating, there's just not enough time left fruit to ripen, and it's just been too cool. So I don't think we're going to get any fruit off of the watermelon this year. That said, I am really pleased with how the Plum Tigress tomatoes have done. Despite some of the tomato blight, they actually got quite a lot of fruit, and huge fruit. This is the size of a small apple. And there's lots of fruit, lots of tomatoes coming. These are a tough little plant, and I'm always pleased when I grow them. Here are some of our onion sets, which we'll be harvesting probably in the next few weeks. We could let them go a little bit longer, and we're actually quite pleased that we grew onions this year, since Canada is having some recalls on all types of onions, red, white, and yellow. And here are our cucumbers. Now that one is the Patio Snacker variety, and it was a lot later to flower. We've got one prickly cucumber coming on it, but it hasn't been very productive this year. And here is our Manny cucumber. They too have a little bit of the leaf spot, but again, since it's late in the year, I'm not too worried. And we've really enjoyed how productive these guys have been. And they haven't produced huge cucumbers, but they've been enough for a salad, and the taste is actually quite sweet. It's mild but sweet. We've really enjoyed them. This is our Paris celery, and it's starting to form bunches like a regular celery, and I have been cutting off a few stalks to taste it, and for salads and such, and it's a mild flavor and but more intense than what you'd buy in the store. And this is our red stalk celery, and it doesn't form bunches quite so much as the other celery. It is stalk celery, and the stalks have a red tint to them, and these ones are actually a bit more spicy flavored, it tastes a little bit more like cilantro, but mild. We do still have a few more beans on our bush bean plants, but we're nearing the end for these guys, and we'll be pulling them out of the greenhouse soon. The bush beans are just starting to come into their full production, and we have quite a few of these red violetta beans. Unlike the bush beans, the pole beans are just starting to come into their full maturity. And these red violetta, they're red on the outside. When you cut them open, they're green on the inside. And then when you cook them, they actually cook up green. And our corn. I am so pleased with how well it's done this year. And we should probably be picking some ears soon. Not quite ready. Some of the earlier ears, like this one, should be coming ready soon. Oh, there's another Georgia Candy roaster. And here are our peppers. And we're just starting to get some flowers on the green peppers, the grandfather Siberian. But the red peppers we have been blooming for a long time. And we have good sized peppers. That one's probably a good couple of inches. And we're quite thrilled with that. We've never had fresh grown peppers before. And our onions that we grew from seed continue to fill out. And those, even with the cooler weather, seem to be doing all right. We could probably harvest them later than the leafier plants. And this volunteer sunflower. It's now about 5 feet tall, and it's just starting to open up. And this was an amazing surprise, and we're quite thrilled with how well it's done. So thank you for taking a walk with me in my greenhouse.